it's me. It's Angela McCrae. I'm here with Uncorked and Cultured, getting ready to do another one of my weekly virtual wine tastings. So I look forward to you guys learning more about wine. Definitely excited about, what we have to offer. I have a few friends that's going to be joining me today. Some people from my past, some people from my present, people from my high school, as well as, my time in LA. So I'm very much excited to be joined by them later today, this evening. But first, I just want to say hi. I just want to check in with everybody, see how everyone's doing. I know it's been a tough, week. So hopefully we're all staying prayed up. We're staying healthy. And loving up on our loved ones, because we definitely need that right now. So first, I want to check in on my homegirl Starr. Where is she? Oh, that looks like Starr. Where'd she go? Let me just find her right here. There she is. Starr, are you with me?
Yes, I am. Hi, I'm
How
ready.
You doing, girl? Oh, you got the tarot. So before we get there, I just want to just kind of introduce you, because me and you, we go way back. We used to get in trouble in LA. We used to hit them streets, girl.
No, we didn't. We were good girls.
But we met because we used to work together.
Yes, we did. Many moons ago. That's so funny. I forgot. That is how we met.
That was one of them jobs you only have for a short period of time, huh?
I did. Like nobody telling me what to do. I got to go.
That's why you're an entrepreneur right now. That's why you're an entrepreneur. So tell everybody what you up to. What you got going on.
So I'm Starr Bose. I am a realtor, entrepreneur. I am also the owner of Bars Credit Solutions, and I'm a mother. I live in California, and I'm just excited to be here to try this wine. I've actually saved this bottle for 2 weeks now, so that I could share this with you guys. And I hope that we all enjoy it, which I'm pretty sure we will, because my other bottles were delicious. By the way, if you guys haven't had any other ones.
You know what? I'm so glad that you actually mentioned that, because you were one of my first early on customers. So I appreciate you, of course, always supporting me.
Absolutely.
But I think today we're going to, talk about Cabernet and lamb chops. So I have my bottle here too.
Ooh.
So before we, start pouring, I just want to know, okay, so what do you think about the bottle? I mean, just looking at the bottle itself, right? It's beautiful.
It definitely makes you want to drink it.
It definitely makes you want to drink it, huh? I'm just trying to figure out.
Yes.
So it has this historic kind of spiritual kind of vibe to it. It's called tarot. And it says, it's one wine with 12 designs, and it's inspired by ancient Italian tarot cards. Now, the funny part about that is, ooh, you got a different bottle.
Uh-huh.
What does yours say on the back? Could you read the back for me?
The back says, one wine, 12 designs inspired by ancient Italian tarot cards. We hope you will explore the world of tarot Napa Valley Cabernet Sauvignon with us. This decadent, vibrant wine from vineyards in northern Napa County is delightful from the first sip to the last. Which card speaks to you? Reveal your tarot card. Oh.
So do you believe in tarot cards? Now that's the question.
Do I believe in tarot cards? I believe that people are gifted to see things that other people don't. Have I tried them? Nah, I don't really want to know. I like to kind of live on the edge.
It's funny because I just got a special surprise in the mail today. Yesterday, and it was some melanated tarot cards. I should have brought them out to bring it on thing, but I forgot. I'm not prepared. But it's something that maybe I can do. Yeah, that was a special surprise gift. I wasn't expecting it. So clearly,
we need to do this again then with the same wine, so we can so you can bring those out for us.
Yes. So today we're going to be talking about Cabernet and lamb chops.
I love lamb chops and I love Cabernet.
So one of the things that I know goes well with these type of wines, red wines, is like, you know, beef meats and things of that sort. Hey, we got some people chiming in. Hey, Dana. Hey, T. Nice to see you, ladies. If you're joining us live, please chime in. Say what's up. Holler at your girls. We're going to take it back to high school with my homeboy Eric Driscoll. Now, Eric, he used to be a basketball star in high school. Now he's a entrepreneur, father, private chef. He has it going on right now. So I'm looking forward to catching up with him. But I think we should just get into it, huh? What you think? We should just get into it. So I was hoping my homegirl Tiffany, my sponsor rather, I need to call her the appropriate title. I was hoping that she would join us. Oh, there she is. Hey, Tiffany. I was hoping you was going to join us, but I understand if you're busy. So let me know what you guys think. Okay. So I'm going to make my first pour.
Okay.
And I just want to like kind of just let it breathe while, you know, I'm only pouring just a little bit. I don't want to get too crazy into my, you know, tasting, because I will be up in this joint. Dipsy.
Sounds like a wine tasting.
Well, first, let me just put this screen up right here for everybody. So this is the 2016 Secret Indulgence Taro Cabernet Sauvignon. So this one is straight from Napa Valley in California. I haven't had the pleasure of visiting Napa, but hopefully one day we'll be able to do an Uncorked and culture trip, huh, Starr? Taro Cabernet Sauvignon. Uh-oh, you still there, Starr? You still
Yes,
with me?
I am.
Okay, have you been in Napa yet?
I have not, but I am now, since I have joined this wonderful wine club. I am so excited about that. I told Brian, like, as soon as we can go, we are there, okay? I already got my babysitter locked in. Do you hear me?
I know that's right. Well, one of the things I kind of love about this Taro brand is it has a theme. And I think theme kind of allows us to kind of transport ourselves somewhere else, you know, to imagine that we're, you know, in Italy or we're on a vineyard in Napa.
Right.
And then also, too, this particular wine is based off of the Italian tarot cards, which I think is pretty cool, you know, because it gives it this kind of spiritual kind of vibe or what have you. It looks like Tiffany's there. Hey, Tiffany.
Hey.
Hi, Tiffany.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry, I was in the wrong backstage. So I'm in the right place.
No problem. Tiffany meets Starr. Starr is one of my friends, one of my first friends that I met when I moved to LA in 2018.
Hi,
You
Starr.
met in
One of my
2018?
favorite names.
I'm sorry, 2008. My bad, 2008. So
That's
Wondered about that. It was like 2018.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah, I was in LA for about almost 11 years. Now I'm in New York. So we're just made our first pour, Tiffany. We're just letting the wine breathe a bit before we get into it. But we were just having a conversation about visiting Napa, and I know you've been a few times.
Yes, and it's amazing. We have to invite you guys to come. Things are opening up sooner versus later. And Napa, oh my God. So as a company, we have, in general, in Northern California, we have 8 wineries and tasting rooms. So we have 2 in San Francisco. So people can come up to San Francisco and visit. We are in the Ritz-Carlton, and a standalone tasting room in the Ritz-Carlton. We're in Ghirardelli Square. We have our Wattle Creek tasting room. Female winemaker there, Katie Carter, and then we have 6 in the Napa area. So Sonoma, Yountville, Santa Rosa, Healdsburg, St. Helena, and Oakville. And Wine Society members get to taste at most of our properties for free, and they get to bring 3 guests with them. So it's amazing to come up and visit, to like live wine lifestyle. You get treated like royalty, and want you guys to come up and visit like as soon as everything's open up, as soon as you can, come visit. Angela can tell you more about how to make that happen.
Absolutely. I'm actually looking forward to that because I believe, can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. All right. I don't think I can hear you though. So
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, perfect. So it looks like I'm frozen. I'm going to try to, okay, there we go. Okay, so Yes, I talked about it earlier. I want to do a trip, Uncorked and Cultured trip to Napa. I'm excited about that. I know the vineyards, they just started opening up this week, or is it this upcoming week they'll be opening?
I'm not sure the exact date because it depends. There's some regulations regarding serving food, and not all of our, and you have to have like a restaurant or like it's a whole thing. You know how California is, they're just being a little more cautious. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'm not sure exactly what's open, but as soon as you get it, I know you'll announce it to your uncooked and cultured folks.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so I'm bringing Starr back in because I think it's time for us to taste this wine. Tiffany, what you got over there? You got anything in your glass?
Not yet. I know it's crazy. How can I be at a wine tasting? I've got water, but
Okay,
I'm
well,
so
it's detox day. I'll take that. So, Starr, first off, before we take our first sip, I'm gonna Tiffany, I'm just gonna pull you out for a second, if you don't mind. But you have to jump at in 8 minutes, huh? Okay. So Starr,
Yes, ma'am.
first I want you to just kind of like look at the wine and tell me what colors do you see? Like, what do you see? What does this color remind you of?
Definitely purple, deep purple with a hint of red.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
deep purple with
if
a
you would
mixture.
be able to kind of compare it to something like a piece of fruit or a piece of I don't know, like because you did say it's like a deep purple, like it's not like it's like a berry tone, huh? Like
Yeah,
maybe.
I wouldn't say plum all the way, but I don't know one in the middle. So between a berry and a plum.
So one of the things that was a nice descriptive in the tech notes for this wine is a dark violet, which pretty much is like a plum. It's
Yeah.
just a more descriptive adjectives to kind of describe that. So
Mhm.
before we taste it, I want us to really take a moment to really smell it, because this is something that we should all do and be cognizant of whenever we open a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Just because it allows us to really enjoy it, take it all in,
Take
be in
all
the
the
moment.
flavors in. Right. Okay.
So what do you smell? Do you smell any? Ooh, I like the smell.
I do too. I'm trying to find a way to describe it.
Definitely blackberries.
It's like a berry spice.
Mmm. I do smell spice notes now that you bring that up. Okay, so now I think we're ready for our first sip. And when you sip it, Star, don't like take it all the way back. Just kind of like, let it hold in your palate for a bit. It's really nice. It's really like rich with a cherry finish. What do you think?
I think that the first taste that I got when it hit my tongue was definitely like a cherry flavor, like a
Mmm.
berry type of flavor.
Mm-hmm. Cassie, Cassie, she said maybe chocolate. I love
Like an
a
unsweetened
nice
chocolate,
red.
Cassie.
Say that again, Star.
Like an unsweetened. It was like I first got like a cherry taste, and then as it kind of set, then maybe like an unsweetened chocolate, maybe.
That sounds good. Maybe a chocolate covered cherries. It would probably go perfect with this wine.
Oh gosh, now you got.
Cassie said yes. You hit it right on the nose, Star. So I first of all, like I love Cabernets. It's one of my favorite wines. I'm going to bring Tiffany back in here. I'm just giving you your
Yeah.
heads up, Tiffany.
here.
There you go. So regarding the Cabernet, so can you like talk a little bit about the grape?
Cabernet is a very rich, um, it's a very rich, it's a thicker skin grape compared to say like a Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir is like the thinnest skin grape. Cabernet is going to be rich, it's going to be heavy. A lot of people who love Cabernet like it because of the dark fruit that you guys mentioned. You get a lot of like plum and raspberry and really rich dark tones. So when you hear people say like I like old red wine, a Cabernet is a great red wine for them, because a lot of Cabernets can give you that boldness, that richness that goes well with, a nice, if you're a meat eater, a nice, ribeye,
Mm-hmm.
some lamb chops. If you're not a meat eater, having something like, some nice pasta, whether it's, with a red sauce. So just kind of look at the colors when you look at the concept of, what are you going to drink with something? What are you going to eat with something? But I love, like, cabs can be so good, for so many reasons because of that rich, dark fruit. And they're actually the most popular grape, that's grown in Napa.
I never knew that. So which which this is from the Indulgence, the Secret Indulgence Vineyard in St. Helena, California.
Hmm.
So
So
that's near.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
So is that near? That's in Napa, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it is in Napa. So St. Helena is basically like kind of a suburb of Napa, for lack of a better way of putting it. It's where our Raymond Vineyards is located, and
Mm-hmm.
Raymond is considered, in Napa. Raymond is known for their cabs, known for 5 generations of winemakers. Um, we also have a female winemaker there, Stephanie Putnam, and it's just darn good wine. I mean, wine you guys have in your glass is yummy. It's rich, it's fruity, it's very smooth, and I know you guys are enjoying it.
Yes, I am.
So, Star, what is some of the wine that you like? Tell us what wines you usually sip on.
Actually, the reason why I ordered this one is because this is one of my favorites overall. Depending on exactly what I'm pairing it with, but even if I'm not eating food, I still like it. I like a more of a tough taste in the end, that
Mm-hmm.
kind of spice that the cab has.
I like
I
that.
like the Pinot Noir too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are good. Yeah, more so cabs. I will do some whites, but none in particular actually.
What about red blends?
Um, those are good. Those are good because usually those the ones I've had tend to be sweeter.
Ooh, this is really good. Yeah.
So, if I'm, you know, want something fruity, but of course, us girls, we hear sweet, we're like, oh my God, it's sugar. No, that's 5 more pounds.
Right.
But I do like red blends though.
And sweet is relative when it comes to wine. I mean, you can look at sweetness like a Moscato, and it's not as sweet as that, but it's almost like when we talk about like caramelize an onion. It's and it's on the stove to make it a little sweeter. It's not
Right.
really sweet,
Right.
but sweeter compared to a raw onion that you just chop. So it's all relative. So I totally hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
So,
I
Star,
definitely
what
agree
did
with
you
that.
have for dinner to complement this? What did you have? What
I
did you
had
have for
beef.
dinner? What exactly? Tell us
I
about
had
it.
a burger.
Perfect.
Perfect pairing of me.
I had
So,
a burger.
so Tiffany, thank you so much. Speaking of pairings, I think I'm going to bring in Eric. So, Tiffany, are you? Thank you so much for bringing your insight, your knowledge, your spirit. You know what I mean, and your time to the conversation. Always valued. I know you have to go, so I'm going to bring in Eric because he's actually in the kitchen, and Eric Driscoll. We went to high school together. Intense Flavors. There he is. Eric, can
We
you
all
hear
love
me?
to see a man in the kitchen.
Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So we are excited to have you here. So I'm just going to put this up here so people can just know where to find you.
Oh, wow.
Intense Flavors on Instagram. First of all,
Let me follow him right now.
Can you hear me? I can't hear Angie.
I can hear you. Let me try to get myself back out. Can you hear me now, Eric? Starr, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Seems like, Eric, you might have a connection issue. Do you mind asking if he can hear me, Starr, or if he can hear you?
Eric, can you hear Ange? Or can you hear me? Can you hear any of us? I don't think he can hear any of us.
Okay, he might need to try to leave and come back. So Eric,
intense flavors. Okay.
So first of all, like I haven't had the pleasure. I've been trying to get him to put together one of his seafood plates for me, because his stuff is just so good. But every time I come in town, he's booked, because it's just, I got to catch him when he can. Because, he's been doing it for quite some time now. And the pictures are amazing. Like the fact that he's able to, create this from his own business. He's a father, he's an entrepreneur. He's also, he's a rapper. He has music that he puts out. And this is what he actually prepared today with some lamb chops. So he's going to talk about that. He's also starting his own wine-infused jelly line, which sounds to me like a perfect pairing to me.
Yeah.
And his own barbecue sauce line. So he's definitely being, creative during his time and just using his skill sets and his natural talents to really create a brand. And that's Intense Flavors. So I was excited to bring him to the conversation.
Absolutely.
Because it's all about, bringing us all together, amplifying each other's cause.
And I'm looking at his Instagram and I'm really mad about that burger. I really am.
You're mad about the burger, Starr?
Yeah, I could have did so much better.
So I hope he joins us again. I mean, I told him to rejoin in. I just want to text him real quick. So Starr, how's your week been going? What you been doing to stay motivated, inspired, busy?
Well, let me take a sip to that. This week, of course, has been a very, heavy week for us, but I actually started a new book this week that has been on my books to read list for a while, but I just hadn't got a chance to get into it. But Think and Grow Rich. Mm-hmm. And it was very interesting that I haven't gotten that far, maybe like chapter 4 or 5 in the book, but so far it seems like the basis of it is to, kind of think and manifest,
Okay.
in your mind first. But we got Chef back, so we want to.
Eric, can you hear us now?
Yep, I can hear you loud and clear.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. So I just want you to kind of give us a little bit of backdrop of what inspired you with Intense Flavors. Because I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Proud of you as well.
I can't hear him.
Proud of you as well.
Eric?
No.
Okay, hold on. Let me just. Now, Starr, can you hear him?
Him?
Let me just reconnect. Eric, stand by for a second. Starr, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, Eric, you there?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear him. Okay, good,
Perfect.
cool.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Cheers.
So yeah, Eric, tell us about Intense Flavors.
Well, yeah, go ahead. Well, like I said, my name is Chef Daynale, David Eric Driscoll. I started a catering private chefing business about 6 years ago. The influence really was my grandparents when they were young. When I was young, I used to watch them cook in the kitchen. My grandmother did a lot of pies and cakes, especially her sweet potato pie when I was young. She used to make a lot of 7-Up cakes. She used to design and do wedding cakes. My grandfather was an African American art collector and professor at the University of Maryland. He traveled the world all over the place, and he would always come back with these exotic dishes that he would make and create. And his plating was so well. I kind of watch and learn from that. So that's where my inspiration came from. My grandparents really with the cooking and the plating and everything, and started my own catering and cooking business. Intense Flavors right here in Washington, D.C., right in the DMV area. So that's pretty much was the inspiration for it as well, too. Yeah.
That's amazing. And, you know, one of the things that I think we sometimes have to realize is when you're blessed with talent and you have a passion based off of your exposures, you know, as a child from your family, we have to really remember that that passion can be our driving force to take us to the next level. Because I think sometimes we just say, oh, I just like to do that. That's just something I do on the side. But just imagine if what you love to.
Right.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. I felt
I'm still here.
Okay, good. Yeah, I'm just feeling like the stream was kind of delayed a little bit. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So there we are. Okay, Star's back.
Hi, everybody.
She's back.
What's up? What's up?
So I'm just gonna say, okay. So we have Cassie. Cassie wants to say, she's saying, hey. Trenton Whetstone is saying this is a very good book. Your book that you were talking about earlier, Starr.
Yes. It's really good so far. I think this was a really good week to start this because having to kind of, you know, groom yourself to think beyond your circumstances, definitely what this book is kind of talking about.
Yeah, I actually read that book in college, and it was a really good book, actually. So, Eric, while we have you here, I want you to tell us about what you cook, and tell us about your process when it came to this wine pairing.
All right, so with the pairing of the wine that we have this evening with the red wine that you guys selected to have, we went with a meat. So I decided to go with one of my specialties. A lot of people order from me, even before this COVID-19 stuff kicked off. Going in the houses and doing private chefing for everyone, for the people's family and everything. I decided to do lamb chops. So we're doing lamb chops tonight. I did them kind of different tonight, just to be different. I did them in a peach and pineapple glaze that I had marinate and sit overnight, that I added my own spices to as well. We also did, I don't know if you can see the little plate and stuff right there. Y'all can see it as well.
I wish I could just take that knife and get me to a little corner. This is a little corner.
I love rosemary. That rosemary herb is really hits the spot when you put it on your meats and your potatoes. Eric, it seems like the connection might be a little shoddy. I'm going to bring him back in.
I actually like to marinate my lamb in rosemary.
Well, I already know you can cook.
Yeah.
So tell us about your secret.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry, say that again?
Yeah, Eric, you still there?
Yeah, okay. I'm here. It broke up a little bit.
Sorry about that. I had to take you out and bring you back in and kind of reset the string. So you said you marinated the lamb chops?
Yeah, in a peach and pineapple glaze sauce that I created myself. Let it marinate, and then I grilled it and fried it also as well. We did some pan fried potatoes, purple, red, and white potatoes mixed, and we also did some Brussels sprouts with a couple pieces of shrimp, a little bit of bacon.
Where's all that at? I want to see that.
Season.
Where is this at?
Right here, it's all right here. Let me
let's see
right
things, man. I need to be over here. I want my stomach to be growling. I want to be able to
the potatoes, I'll eat it for
Thanks, Eric. While I'm sitting over here with a glass of wine and no potatoes or lamb chops.
Oh, okay.
And the Brussels sprouts. With the Brussels sprouts.
So how did you do your Brussels sprouts? Did you roast them or?
I roasted them. Excuse me. I roasted them in garlic, a little bit of oil.
Yeah.
Pepper. A little bit of oregano, rosemary, and I mixed them with some onions, and then I added the shrimp in last so the shrimp don't overcook. and just let them season and saute a little bit. I try not to cook with a lot of salt.
Okay.
If I do, I make my own seasonings as well. Combine, like I say, a little bit of garlic powder, oregano, and different things like that. And that'll just bring the bacon helps bring the flavor out, so you won't have to use all that salt and stuff like that.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
you
man.
you know what you're doing in that kitchen, that's for sure.
So how long?
Yeah,
What do you
I do a
do?
little something, something.
So what are you doing? Like, how are you? Like, tell us more about your business and how people can, what people can expect, and how they can, stay in
Well,
touch.
like I
What
said, I'm
area
here
you
in
servicing?
Washington. DMV, the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia area. I also travel. I've traveled before in the United States just to cater events, whether it's private dinners, chefings for weddings, different parties, that sort of thing. Like I say, you can find me at Intense Flavors on Facebook and on IG as well.
I've already
We just, huh?
I've already followed you, so I can salivate over your page.
That's what this is
Oh, okay, cool. I'm
about.
gonna follow you back. I'm gonna follow you back. I
Connecting.
appreciate that. Yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna follow
so
you back.
happy.
Yeah, you can find me that way. Now that things are kind of opening back up, I'm still taking it a little slow. They shut down for a little while,
Okay.
with everything going on. So, but we just started back last week, slowly opening back up, taking orders and different stuff like that. Pick up delivery only right now. And I put different menus out each week. I'm really known for my seafood boils as well. A lot of people like the seafood boils that I do. I do a lot of stuffed lobster tails, like I say, steak, the lamb chops, and the stuffed salmon is really popular. A lot of people order my stuffed salmon, so
I'm in the wrong
that's real
place right now.
good.
So okay, so
Yeah.
just so everybody's clear, we gotta follow you on Instagram.
Mhm.
This is the stuffed shrimp. Oh, I got the stuffed salmon up here too, y'all. Let me put that in. Let me put
Right.
that in the
Right.
play. The
Mhm.
clutch game
There it is, right there.
sticks. The clutch game
Mhm.
sticks.
That is for
Yep.
real. The clutch.
With the sweet potato
Mhm.
puree.
Oh
It's basically
wow.
it's fresh sweet potatoes. It's fresh sweet potatoes that I whip up, add a little bit of margarine, a little bit of butter, um, just maybe a half teaspoon of sugar. Mix it up, just puree, whip it real good, and place it on the plate, just like a sweet potato. That's all.
Well, the funny part about it is I love the fact that while you're live on a broadcast, you eating your food. You was like, shoot, it's dinner time. I'm hungry and it's
Like
good.
I
Oh
cooked it.
yeah, I'm gonna eat.
I cooked
I'm
it.
gonna eat. Nothing changed.
Okay,
Nothing changed. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it classy though. I'm gonna keep it classy though.
well,
Had a
I do
fork in
want
the
to
left
ask you a
hand,
real
cup with the
question
right.
though. I do want to ask you a real question
Yeah.
because this week has been tough, right? We've been.
Mhm.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Like, I had my head down yesterday. I was kind of like tuning everything out. This morning, I was like, I was in tears. Just thinking about what
Wow.
we've been going through as a community. Black people in America,
Mhm.
and just all of that. And I just want
Right.
to check on you, Eric, because as a black man, you know what I mean. You have,
Mhm.
you are the target. Your demographic is
Mhm.
the target, and I just want to,
Right.
allow you space. You know what I mean, to just
Mhm.
share any inspiration, any what you're doing. Just you know,
Right.
be real and
Um.
authentic in this moment.
I'm in a. Like I said, the passing of my grandfather. Back in April, really took a toll on me, myself, and my family, and we're getting through it one step at a time. Um. And then just taking one at a time, coming together as a family, and just sticking to it. And then as you gradually try to get things together, and then something like this happens again with the Floyd situation, where the police officer was suffocating his man, had his knee on his neck for over 7 to 8 minutes. Is just ridiculous. The shootings and the killings of the African American men, the young men right now, is just it makes me sick to my stomach. I have 2 kids, a 12-year-old daughter, a 9-year-old son that will be 10 in August. And it's kind of scary. as an adult, yeah, I feel more for him going out here in the real world than for myself right now. That's why I have to talk to him even at the age of 9 and let him know what it is. Even if he's in the car, my daughter's in the car with me, excuse me, and I get pulled over, what's the proper way to go about it to keep myself safe and most importantly, keep my kids safe. But I'm definitely outraged by it. It's just sickening. To give you a real quick story, real quick, not to take up time. I haven't shared this.
Take
This is the
time.
first. You're the first people I'm sharing the story with. I was going to talk about it on my Facebook and Instagram in a couple of days, but I'll share it with you guys here
Thank you.
now. About 2 weeks ago, I went up to Whole Foods here in right up here in Riverdale, Maryland. That's usually when I'm on that side of town. That's where I shop at. So I have a friend that works in there. If I'm gonna get up there kind of late, he'll hold whatever I need for him, whatever I need, and he'll hold it for me. I'll go in there, grab it, pay real quick, and come on out. That night they were shutting down at 8 o'clock. As you know, they had a curfew out at 8 o'clock in the Maryland area. So I went up there, grabbed the food. I'm coming out. It's probably like 8:10. I'm coming out. I'm going to my car. I see this older lady trying to start her car up. An older white lady trying to start her car up. I didn't pay it any. I paid it mine, but I just kept on mind my business going on to my car. So while I'm getting to my car, she gets out and she says, "Excuse me, young man, can I trouble you for a jump? Is it possible you can give me a jump?" So I said, "Sure, no problem. I'll give you a jump." So I put my bags in my car. I go over. I drive over to her, or whatever. Like I said, it was an older white lady. She had to be about in her 60s, late 60s, and she asked for a jump. And my whole thing is, I'm thinking, what if that was my grandmother and she was stranded somewhere? I would want somebody to help her out. If we couldn't get to her in time, I would want somebody to help her out as well. Give her a jump, something like that. So when I pulled over to give her a jump, I'm just putting the charge. I'm still in the car, popping the hood so I can get out, pop my hood. While I'm popping my hood in my car and I'm charging my phone up in my phone charger. A cop pulls up alongside me and says, "You need to get in the house." Just pulls up and is like, "Man, you need to get in the house." White cop, bald head, pulls up, "Man, you need to go get in the house." I'm like, my first reaction, because people know, hey, I'm like, "Who you talking to?" He's like, "I'm talking to you. You need to go get in the house. It's past 8. And I'm like, first of all, I'm essential. I have my papers. I can be out here. And I said, and first of all, you pulling up on me like that. How about you ask if I need help or something? How you know something ain't wrong? And I said, no, I'm not going to get in the house. So he pulls up his radio, and it's like he's calling for backup or something like that. So at the time, the white lady, she gets out of the car, and she's like, "Excuse me, officer, is there a problem?" He's giving me a jump. He's giving me a jump. My car won't start. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know that. I apologize about that." So I look at him like, "You apologizing to her or you apologizing to me?"
To her.
And he looks at me. So we stare at each other for like a good 15 seconds. I'm just looking. So she comes around and says, "No, you need to apologize to him." Officer's like, "I apologize about that, sir." So he pulls off, and then another cop comes around. He follows him and pulls off. And so I still helped the lady. I gave her a jump. She even apologized. She's like, "I'm so sorry for that." I was like, don't pay any mind, anything like that. The OB probably would have, I don't know, the OB would have mouthed off even more. I don't know how that situation would have turned, but I think like, okay, I have kids at home, my daughter, my son. I can't really act out and I have to be smart about the situation. Because I could tell he was looking for, I don't know if he had he was looking for a reason to lock me up, even shoot me, or do something ridiculous. My whole thing was, I'm outsmart you. I'm going to make it home to my kids. You're not going to put me in the trick bag and try to get me to fall for whatever you're trying to do out here, stuff like that. So as you know, Angie, I do music too as well. I'm an underground hip hop artist here in the DC area too as well. Like I said, I tour with Scarface, the shows with Scarface, open for Wu-Tang and different things like that. So I went right in the studio. We did a song the other day about what's going on right now called America. We shot a video for it and everything, produced by Dazoo Beats, shot by Young Nino, a young guy from out here in Washington, D.C. So we're going to put that out in the next week. I'm also going to put an album out in about 2 weeks talking about what's going on, because it's ridiculous. We had to take a stand for something. I think like I said, as a young black man today in this society, we got a lot of stuff pent up against us, and we have to protect our black queens as well. You know what I'm saying? It's we have a fight too, but our women have a fight as much more as well too. So we can't just forget
Absolutely.
about that as well. You know what I'm saying? So as a
Absolutely.
whole, we have to look at it and try to unify and come together. But I'm deeply saddened about what happened. I am outraged. Like I say, I mean, I'm for the marches stuff, but I just feel like we had to do more. Like you talking about earlier, these political leaders, these people that are running for office, we had to hold their vote. And what I mean by hold their vote is tell them, look, we're not going to vote for you. Like you said earlier, Starr, you're not going to get this money that we're supporting you with unless you guys basically do what we say and what we really want.
That's what
Because they're going to get in office and try to manipulate and do whatever they're going to do anything, you know?
Question.
So
I think,
that's where I'm at with it right now.
can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I had to change up my setup because
Mm-hmm.
my connection was not good enough. So we're talking about, where we're at right now. Because when you have something in your community takes precedence, it kind of takes you out of your day-to-day life because it's emotionally draining or, it's affected you in some type of way. We have to take pause and notice of that. I know,
Right.
the intention, here was to, talk about wine and talk about food pairings, which we've done and we continue to do. But I think we also have to really
Mm-hmm.
talk about the culture and how this is affecting us as a community. And
Because this is uncooked and cultured.
absolutely.
This is our culture.
Absolutely. And so I think, just for one, Starr, I just want to thank you for taking time out to be here, because, you're a mother, you're a business owner, and I know that can, be overwhelming sometimes, especially when everybody's at home and you got to be the chef too and, take care of everything.
I
So
think the connection is kind of getting grainy. It's kind of staticky.
the connection is bad.
Yeah, when you speak, it kind of sounds very staticky. And Eric looks
Eric,
like he might. Okay.
can you guys hear each other?
Yeah,
I think it's
it
your
froze
connection.
for a little bit.
I can hear you,
Yeah.
but it's very grainy.
Okay, guys. So, Eric,
Okay.
do you want to kind of just talk about,
Yeah.
what you and Starr both like? What is the solution? What how can we cope right now?
I'm sorry. Say that again, Angie. I'm sorry.
How can we cope right now?
She was
How come?
she was thinking about. Yeah, can you hear? Because it sounds a little grainy on my end with both of you guys.
Yeah, it's breaking up a little bit. I can it's breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, how's my connection? Can you hear me well?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, I
Starr.
can hear you now too better.
Okay. All right.
And I'm sorry that happened to you. As a Black woman, you guys' struggle is very different than ours, but nonetheless, as a Black woman, we feel you guys, we are the people that, have to feel every emotion that you guys have to come home with. And
Right.
it's very destructive to us as a people, mentally and emotionally,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't imagine being a Black man.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
Yeah. It's I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I'm saying yeah. I've been. It's not like it's like the only situation. It's been situations where I've went to go see one of my friends. Angie knows me for the school with the go-go band. About 3 years ago, I went out Montgomery County just to go see them play somewhere. It was me, my cousin, and one of my other homies that were riding with me. And I didn't drink that night or anything because I was driving and stuff like that. So after the event, we were leaving and I'm driving home. Now, I don't go out Montgomery County like that unless it's about business or something.
Why is that?
I was on.
Why do you refrain from going
Because
out?
she's from LA, Eric. So Starr lives in LA, so she doesn't know anything.
So why do you refrain from?
Of the community.
Oh no, it's nothing. It's nothing wrong with Montgomery County. It's just where I'm at now. I'm in PG County now.
Okay.
So a lot of my business is either PG County or DC. Unless I had like business like a catering event or something out there, or maybe go out and see a couple of friends. I have some real good friends that live out there. It's a nice area out there. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with it, anything like that. It's just I'm never really out that way.
Hold on. The connection is real grainy again.
Is it because of me? Is it my connection?
It may be because of yours, and you might want to refresh or something.
So, okay. So it looks like the technology or my connection is kind of going bad right now. So, Eric, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Hmm.
So I just took Starr off because she walked away. So I just want to kind of I hate to cut this short because I feel like this is an important conversation, but I think the connection is.
Right,
Let me
right.
see if I can bring Starr back in.
Yeah.
Can you hear us, Starr?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like when you get on Starr, it's a bad connection.
Did I do this?
No, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that. I just feel like it's just the connection's poor. Can you leave and join the link again just so we can?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have her.
Can you hear me? Are you
You
good?
sound good. I don't hear the little staticky stuff that I was hearing earlier. Okay. So Eric,
Okay.
I just want to thank you for sharing that perspective and sharing that story about what you just had to go through in Maryland. In Maryland,
Right.
dealing with
Hmm.
someone, and it was a police officer, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was a police
You were
officer.
helping. You
Yeah,
were being a
yep.
good
It was a police
Samaritan,
officer.
helping a woman who asked you to help, with her car, and he threatens you pretty much.
Right. Yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Like I said, he pulled up not knowing what the situation was. He could have. How did he know I wasn't in trouble? I didn't not mean like trouble. I'm saying how he know I didn't need any type of help or anything
Mm-hmm.
like that dealing with that. He just assumed that I was just sitting in the parking lot doing nothing. You
Right.
know.
Right.
That's basically what I got from it. Like I said, I held my composure. Like I say, the old me, I already know would have went all the way left with it. I probably would have ended up getting arrested. Who knows? Shot? I don't know. God forbid. But you know, I just use my best judgment with that situation right there because I know I could tell off the break. You know, he was looking. He was just looking for something. He was looking for a reason. He was looking
Mm-hmm.
for a reason and stuff like that. And like I said, we got to
So
pick and
the thing is,
choose. We got to pick and choose
we
our
can't give
battles.
them a reason, right? I mean,
That in
we talking
itself is
about
sad.
entrepreneur.
Right.
The three of us right now on this thing right now, we're entrepreneurs, right? We all have our own
Right.
businesses. We all have our own special interests in our town, and so we execute. And Starr, I know you mentioned you've been reading a book. So do you want to kind of just tap into a little bit of what
I
you've been doing
can't hear you,
entrepreneurially?
Ange, from my
You can't
end.
hear me, Eric? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
Okay. Can you
I
have
can
ask?
hear Eric, but just not you, Angela.
Okay, so clearly the connection is not the best today. Starr, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay, so I
I
just
sure
wanted to.
can.
You mentioned earlier a book that you're reading that is helping you to focus on your entrepreneurial spirit in a new way, in an evolved way. And when we talk about things that we can do, actionable items, because I'm the type of person where I don't want to grieve. I mean, even though we have to and we have to deal with that, me personally, I just can't be in that space for too long. So I'm always about what type of action we can take. And I want you guys to share, what you've been doing to cope, and whether it's, being in, being in your books and like, working on your business, but share that with me.
Well, I know for myself, I believe that strengthening our community is what we need to do. Financially, economically, spiritually, we need to have more of a family collective, more of a village mentality, because that kind of keeps us apart because we don't feel unified. Um, I, just yesterday, you're in the same group as I am on Facebook, and because of the type of business I have, I was like, you know what? Because it's a Black women's entrepreneur group or Black women's business group.
Mm-hmm.
So I shared in the group, well, I'm going to do a free credit webinar tomorrow on how to improve and fix your own credit for free. Because one of the major things that keeps us at a deficit is the fact we don't have the type of financial footing as others.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I say footing because we have the finances, but we just haven't put it in the correct places. And so the more we build our knowledge about how to, like, having these discussions, like you said, instead of just grieving about it, which is absolutely necessary, but coming up with constructive plans on how to fix it. We need to invest in politics. That's something that we really don't do. We do not come together collectively and stand behind the right candidate. And the right candidate is the one who is going to do what we want them to do.
Right.
Because this is
Right. Yeah.
that is what politics is about. Money.
Absolutely. And they're the one in the politics is who gets the judges in, who in turn gets the DAs in, the district attorneys in, and all of those in an attorney general. And I think the thing that I believe personally is intentional is, they put a lot of press and a lot of media attention and, rallying people together and all that type of stuff around the presidential campaigns. And it's intentional because, the presidential campaigns are determined by the electoral vote, the electoral college. Yes, we should go out and vote. I'm going to go out and vote. And I encourage everybody to go out and vote.
Right.
But we should be voting not just for the presidential election. We should be voting locally, statewide. Every chance there's a local election, we need to know about it and we need to be present. Because the thing is that the media is not giving us the coverage because they know that's where the real power is held. Yes. And guess who's pushing the local votes? The business owners.
Right. Yeah.
Because
so it's
right.
But I don't want to get too political because I know this is about wine, but because we are talking about entrepreneurship, I'm a winepreneur. And and this was something that I decided to do because when I came back from a long extended trip, I was like, I need to be, bringing us some extra income because COVID has hit and I don't know where it's going to come from. So the first week in April, I joined the Bose collection as a winepreneur where I started my own business for $1 for 3 months. And what this has done is it's been able to provide me with a space to connect with my friends, which I'm doing right now. Hey guys. So through food clearly, because Chef Daynale is over there getting it in while my stomach's over here grumbling you know what? But this has been, I think the wine business has allowed me to literally have a voice for some reason. I don't know why, but I feel like that. I mean, I know when we talk, y'all know I got a voice. Anybody who knows me personally knows I have a voice, but I feel like I see you stop.
I didn't say anything.
The look said it all.
I forgot you can see me.
Right. But I'm honest because, the stuff that I've done before, my businesses in the past have been super you're working in a very specific, space. But I think right now, this is all about bringing people together, collaboration, introducing people to new wine, doing these wine tastings like Matero. I don't even know what glass I'm on right now, but I'm doing micro pours because I don't want to, get too crazy tonight.
I am too. Yes. My kids would be like, Mama, how'd you go to a wine tasting in the living room and come back upstairs drunk?
But I'm going to say, I think I'm a fan of Taro. What you think, Starr?
I absolutely like it, okay? This will definitely be on my reorder list. So for sure.
If anybody's like me, I like to look at the alcohol percentage, but guess what? It's 14.5%. That's a
yes,
good
it
percentage.
is. So that's a very high percentage for wine.
So all you really need is a glass and a half, huh?
Yeah, but if your name is Starr, you can take 2.
Daynale, you back? You got a good connection there? You good?
But the whole
I'm back. I got some other food in the oven. I had to go get. I got more food in the oven.
The idea of the uncorked and cultured space is something that is very necessary. It gives us the opportunity to do things that we enjoy doing, like having a cocktail or a glass of wine together. And so it has that element of teaching you something about, because of course, like me, I just drink wine. I like a couple bottles I like, and, I'll go down the store shelf and okay, let's try this one today, but actually you're learning about something else, but also the culture. And it brings this to the forefront, Black people, we like wine too. We are left out of that as well.
We are left out of that as well. That's why I want to make sure that we spread the love, because Uncorked and Cultured is a brand that I created to help, be a voice for my wine business, and to also reconnect with my friends and family and bring people into the circle that is like-minded. So if you are enjoying any of the content, if you want to see people share their stories, talk about culture, talk about wine, please follow at Uncorked and Cultured on Instagram, Facebook, and we have a YouTube channel. All these videos go to YouTube, and I'm going to send you guys links, so hopefully you share it with your network too. And then, of course, share it with your family, your friends who enjoy wine. Even if they don't, maybe you can introduce them to wine. This might be a way to introduce them to wine. And we have a group for that. But most importantly, share, repost, tag us when you're drinking wine. I want to feel like I'm a part of this. At the end of the day, I want us to feel like a community where every time you open a bottle of wine, I want to be there.
Absolutely. Because we've shared a couple together.
Okay. So Eric, any last thoughts? Because I want you to be able to have, a nice little way to, talk about your business. And do you have any, was I breaking up for you, Starr? Or was that just him?
No, just Eric.
Okay. So it looks like this is the end of the broadcast. So, if you guys are interested in becoming a wine ambassador, or learning how you can purchase some wine, some quality luxury wine as part of the Bose collection, please contact me. My email's there, my phone number's there. Get in touch, join the group, message me. I'm managing all the social media. And the goal is to take this beyond just me. Like, I want this to be something where you guys can come any night of the week and just, have something that's entertaining, have something that's informative, and feel like you're a part of a collective. Because I think that's something during this, COVID time, during this pandemic, we need is to feel connected.
Absolutely.
That's important to me.
Absolutely. Because we can kind of get, stuck in our little bubble very easily at this point. So the socialization definitely helps.
Well, Starr, I want to thank you, of course, for always being a supporter. Always shower me with love.
You my girl. I got you.
And I miss you, girl. I miss you.
Yeah, as soon as this, they get things kind of cleared up, I'm coming out there.
Girl, I can already see your ass out here getting in trouble with me. And then, and then your husband's going to be looking at me like, what you doing?
And then we got to drive down to DC to have some food
and get
with
some
Eric.
Food from Eric, from Chef Daynale, right?
Yes.
Get some of that Chef Daynale mix, huh?
Yes,
because by the time I get there, I will literally have my Instagram like, okay, so let's get this one, that one, this one, that one.
I got you, not a problem.
Mm-hmm. We just made one for my birthday.
Yes,
remember,
you did.
Ange?
That's right. Yes, that was fun. And you was drinking. What was you drinking that night?
I was drinking Cosmos.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I just want to
thank you, Chef.
Guys. Thanks, Chef Daynale.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Nice meeting you.
I call him Eric because we were.
Appreciate it, Angie. Together. Thank you.
I'm gonna call you Chef, okay?
Right, yeah.
But
that's cool. That's no problem. That's cool.
We know me and Chef Daynale known each other for what? Almost
don't take
man, over
almost 25 years.
Over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yes. So
when we come down there to get some food, you're gonna tell me all about her high school.
Angie, should we tell them about the bailout story? How you had to come get me? We'll say that for another.
We say that for another time.
Angie, that's my homie for real, man.
Yeah, we'll say that for another time. She looked up for some reason now I can't hear you.
Who? You can't hear me or?
Oh man.
Chef. She tried to silence you.
Can you hear me now? Brother. Can you hear me?
He said something.
Okay.
That's all. He said something you weren't supposed to hear. That's what that meant. So I want to thank
y'all. Yeah.
I want to thank y'all for joining me, and please, anybody who wants to learn more about wine, please join me. I do this every Wednesday, or at least every other Wednesday, whenever it's available and my schedule is available. But message me, let me know what you want to hear about. The hour's coming up. Thank you so much for joining me, and look forward to June's selection on a Facebook group. I look forward to talking to you soon. Have a good night and be safe.